Okay, sup guys, this is another Voice of JST, this time not only with JST, but also Team BBC members, SavageSkyWolf, say hi.
Hello guys, what's going on?
And SoRealJosh.
Hello.
And we're here to talk about Lightning from the new Final Fantasy. And as you might know, she's obviously getting new outfits because the focus, finally, is on her. And a lot of people are worried, I suppose, because she's getting these like sexy outfits and stuff, and people feel like it's, I don't know, ruining her image or something. Now, obviously, I have my opinion on it, but I want to talk to these guys, see what they think. So let's start with SavageSkyWolf. Like, what do you think of Lightning getting new outfits?
I mean, it's good. I mean, you know, lots of games nowadays, everyone gets different outfits. You know, like the new DMC did it. Even Final Fantasy XIII 2 did it with Noel and Sarah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I've taken quite a few looks at the new costumes. To be honest, in my opinion, I would say they're better than they're more realistic, like than the ones from Final Fantasy XIII 2.
Yeah.
Mainly because I don't know, they touch more like realistic and like Japanese fashion. I mean, the one with the cat is jokes. I love that one.
Right. Yeah, because, like, the ones in 13.2 were more, like, wasn't it, like, Mass Effect one? And there was that random, like, there's loads of random ones in 13.2. Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. I think they fit more to fashion instead of, like, just random stuff from other games. Alright,
that's quite...
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's quite cool. There's a lot of new ones there. The original is actually really nice. I like that one. But providing that they're not too expensive, it'll be quite sick.
Yeah, good point. Alright, SoRealJosh, what do you think?
I do like them. I mean, some of them I'm just like, why? Like, I don't understand the cat one. I think it will play off to some people liking it, but I like the original more than them being like, okay, if you don't like it, here's some, like, DLC ones you can buy. And I'm just like, you bought the game for like the outfit you had, or just to play it. You don't really want to change it and be like, oh look, new cutscene where she's got cat ears. But there is one I do like, is it's the Cloud one.
Yeah, the Cloud one
has been going around. The Cloud one's probably my favorite, and you get the sword, so it changes the sword. I think that's probably my favorite one, but I'm not too excited about it, about the outfits. I'd rather just play the game with the outfit. I probably will get them and just be like, oh, okay, new cutscene, like, let's see how this outfit looks like when she's jumping around across buildings or when I'm in a fight scene. But I'm not too mad about it.
Fair enough. Okay, so I'm pretty much like you guys. I think it's nice that she's getting customizable stuff. And I personally don't think that the cat outfit or the other ones are, like, ruining anything, but the major question that a lot of people are asking is that they feel that, like, because she's getting sexy outfits, that it's somehow, I don't know, it makes her less serious of a character. You know how it is with, like, you know, women and sexualization. I've talked about this billions of times, but, like, okay, what do you think with the belief that these outfits are going to ruin the story? Like, what do you think about that?
They will not ruin the story. People like that need, no offense, but they need to just chill, because it's like, they're just costumes. What the heck, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's an example? I don't even know. Like, they're just costumes for real. Literally.
I think it'd be worth if they just brought like her a bikini outfit, and they were just like,
hey, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it probably will. But it's just like, as what Savage just said, it's not gonna like change anything. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, she's got this outfit, I don't like it, I'm not gonna play the game. It's like, it's not gonna change the game. It's not gonna get halfway to a level and she's like, you must buy the new outfit for the DLC, so carry on. It's like,
to be honest, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's gonna be add-ons which you pay for. If you don't want the costume,
yeah, you don't want them, you need to buy them.
You know, you don't actually need to do it.
Yeah, I mean, so would you say then that, like, having costumes don't, like, ruin anything about the actual character? Because let's not forget, a lot of the reason why people are saying this is because, like, Lightning's always been kind of serious, always kind of straightforward. So giving her, like, sexy costumes and funny costumes and stuff, people say, like, it doesn't fit with her character. So what do you think about that? Like, do you think that having these costumes doesn't reflect well on her character? Because I admit I've never seen Lightning do a sexy pose before, like in the game. So do you think that makes it like awkward? That does it ruins her character?
Well, yes, because I mean, the sexy cat outfit. I mean, yes, it's a bit weird seeing Lightning actually trying to be sexy. And also, it's kind of reminds of that kind of old Japanese schoolgirl kind of anime kind of feel to it, and it's just like you're a grown-ass woman, Lightning. Come on, you can't be doing this.
She's like the hero.
Yeah.
You don't want to see a hero walking around in high heel boots with a cat tail and cat ears.
Hey,
and, like,
say that to Bayonetta, man. And Bayonetta kicked ass.
That's a different. Yeah, that's a different story.
You don't take Bayonetta seriously. Like Lightning made you.
Yeah, you're right. I know Bayonetta is less serious.
But Bayonetta, I think, like you said in one of your previous videos, she's designed to be that cliche, that sexy, you know.
True.
Yeah, I'm sexy and I know it kind of feel to it, and it's like, yeah.
But Lightning's been in like the series. She's always been the hard type of girl who's like not afraid of anything and doesn't back down to anything. So she's trying to keep it. Like,
but do you think that it's impossible to be... She can still be that character, in my opinion anyway. I think she can still be that character. I don't feel like suddenly her doing a sexy pose ruins all that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't believe that
I know, but
her
I think
personality falls apart because she's wearing a sexy outfit.
Yeah, I think they've just done it so people who have played from the time like Lightning appeared was she is a hard woman who is not just about all sex appeal. She's just downright a boss, really. She just doesn't care what people think.
I don't know about that. Like, to be honest, remember back in Final Fantasy XIII 1?
Yeah.
When, you know, her Lassie mark, it was like on her boobs or whatever, and Fang would check it, and she was all like blushing and everything. It could work.
Yeah, well, deep down, she is still a girl. It's not like she's lost her femininity because she's trying to be cool or whatever. And anyway, that's not a bad thing. It's like, she can be like that, but it doesn't have to be bad, if that makes sense. Also, do you know what I also think? Even though she has been shown off to be this serious character, there was never a point in any of the 13 games where they ever said explicitly that she would never do something like that. You know what I mean? It's not like she'd never wear a cat outfit or she'd never strike a sexy pose. It's just there was never a reason to do it. I mean, we don't know about her past. We don't know about her likes and dislikes. All we know is that she was a soldier. We don't really know if like what she does for fun or where she likes to shop or what TV shows she likes. Like, we don't know any of that stuff. So even though like her personality has been built around being serious, if they suddenly give her like sexy outfits and more whimsical stuff, then I think that's fine. Because I mean, it's not like she's so stone cold. I mean, let me give you an example. People say that like Lightning's are like Cloud, right? And whereas that comparison is stupid for a lot of reasons, I will tell you one thing though. Do you know that in FF7, I mean for those of you who played FF7, do you know in FF7, Cloud may have been serious and brooding and emo and all that, but do you realize that in that game he did a lot of silly stuff? Like, he'd make really bad jokes, he'd say serious lines when they weren't needed, and there was that whole chapter of the game where he had to dress in drag to get into a whorehouse.
Oh yeah.
Like, that whole chapter was silly. And if you look at Cloud through pictures, you would never think that, but like, stuff like that happened in FF7. In fact, you guys know this. Like, you know, in previous FF games, there's always like some silly mini game, but that doesn't happen nowadays. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like in FF10, you had all like the trials and like all the different, and you had Blitzball. We all remember Blitzball, right? But like in 13, we kind of lost all those mini games, so Final Fantasy's always had that playful nature to it. Even like Final Fantasy Tactics, we've always had that playful nature, but recently we don't really have that. Everything's all serious now. So I think that it's cool that they're bringing it back. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's cool that they're bringing stuff like that back? Because remember, in 13.2, remember they added that like casino stage.
Yeah.
So you had that stuff, which is pretty cool. So I think that.
I think it's
go
good
ahead.
they get like. Oh, sorry. I think it's good like them bringing like mini games back, because it kind of like sidetracks you from doing like the story, because you can be like, oh my god, like I don't really want to complete this game that quickly. And usually doing like mini games or like mini bosses sometimes gives you something good. So you might be able to get like a new upgraded weapon, or you might be able to get a new cutscene that you won't see because you're not doing said
Yeah, good point.
mini game. But it's like really fun. I like doing that all the time. Like if there's nothing else to do.
And Kingdom Hearts 2, where you know the gummy ship mission.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
They're so amazing. And also, you know, random stuff like Little Mermaid, Winnie the Pooh. I think those were not only there for the story, but also there just to like switch it up a bit, so it's not just a solid like style of playing through the game.
Yeah.
Change it up. Like one moment it's a hack and slash, next moment you're skateboarding.
Yeah, you're right. Like sometimes that variety just makes the game more fun. I mean, not saying this would happen, but like if randomly in like 13.3 or Lightning Returns as it's called, if randomly there was like, I don't know, like a cosplay competition that you had to enter and you put on the cat outfit and you get like 2,500 gil or something. I mean, I don't know, like I can imagine them putting in something fun like that. I can see that bothering people, like real talk. I can see that bothering them, but it shouldn't really, because I mean this is just coming from me personally. Like I believe that like either you have no sense of humor, or you're so fixated on this idea that your waifu is so serious and so perfect that you don't want anything different to happen to her, and you feel like if she starts doing anything fun, then that like you lose the impression you had of her. And I don't think that's fair, because it's like it's not as if Lightning is a character that we created. Square Enix created her, and they can do what they want with her. You know what I mean? It's like they created the character. They can change her as much as they want, to be fair. And it's not like Final Fantasy characters don't have fun. It's just that there's not always opportunity to have fun. Like, you know, 13.2, like, there wasn't really much time to have fun. There's always, like, Caius killing people and stuff. There's always something serious going on. So it's like, there's never a time to really chill. And I know in 13.3 it's all, like, Doomsday or whatever, but I'm sure there'll be more, like, fun mini-games and all that. So, you know. Okay, the next question to ask is... Oh, sorry, what did you say?
I'm looking forward to chasing Snow in that one scene.
Yeah, I know. Like, Snow's like a bad guy or
something.
something now. What's that about?
And Noel's challenging me and what, yeah?
Noel's like the next Caius. Snow is doing something. Apparently Fang is back? I don't know what's going on. It's so weird. But it's cool, though. Okay, so I guess the next point to talk about is... Like, I guess we already touched upon it, the fact that having sex appeal in a character doesn't necessarily ruin the character. But do you think that introducing sex appeal to Lightning would completely change her, or do you think she'd still be the same?
Well, see, it's not really introducing sex appeal, it's introducing a sexy outfit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, a while ago, a bunch of girls did this slut walk thing where they basically... You know, they try to prove that it's not about the way you dress, whether you get raped or not.
Right, obviously.
So it's the same kind of context, you know, it's just clothes. I mean, by looks of it, I've only seen one outfit, which is the cat one, which kind of shows the sexy side, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everything else looks really cool and very, like, combat prone and everything. So that could be the troll outfit, which is really good, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of sex appeal, after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just makes new people want to play it, because you've got some people might not want to play it, and they're just like, wow, this is a hard woman that just doesn't really give two shits about what happens with her. And a lot of like Square Enix games want a tiny bit of sex appeal in it. Like nearly every Final Fantasy has their own way of putting a bit of sex appeal in with characters. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think there's people out there who's like, oh, you're going to change her, she's going to be more different, she's not going to be the Lightning I remember. And it's like, she's still the same character. There's nothing going to happen with her.
Like, don't taint my waifu. My waifu's perfect.
Yeah. Don't change her.
We're not changing her. We're just giving her more options and outfits. That's all. That's it, you know?
Alright. Okay, what do you think of the Cloud outfit, then?
Awesome. It's amazing.
It's done amazing, yeah.
It suits her better than it suits Cloud.
Really?
Literally. I'm not even joking.
No, you think so?
I wouldn't say that. Like that. It's just the upper part. Like she's got like such a slim build. Like Cloud kind of had like a muscly build, so it like showed it. But with the sword, she looks amazing. Like I've seen like gameplay, and she uses it in combat. She like holds it with like one hand, and where Cloud has to hold it with two, and it just shows you that she is a powerful woman that can hold a sword with one hand, and still kill a monster when Cloud had to use 2.
What am I looking at right now? I'm on Google and I'm seeing an image of Cat Snow.
What? What?
There is another one.
Wait, and this is Lightning Returns as well. Are you sure?
I don't know. You know, when I looked at Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy XIII Lightning Returns costumes on Google,
yeah,
there's this random one where there's like a mini Lightning. She's like a little elf or something with massive size. And next to her you have Snow, who's holding like an ice spear or something.
Fair enough.
Got cat ears. Sounds like okay.
I don't know. I mean, if that's official art, then that might mean that we can customize Snow as well, which means he might be playable. I don't know. It's a possibility.
There is one picture I found recently, is where Lightning's wearing Yuna's outfit from Final Fantasy.
Oh no, I think that's a DLC one as well.
Yeah, it looks really good on her. I'm not gonna lie, it makes her look like oh, I'm all innocent and all that. I'm actually gonna kill you now. I might be innocent. No, not what you think.
Right. So I think, yeah, I guess we pretty much agree that Lightning as a character, like, her development in terms of both story and personality, like, won't be affected too much by outfits in that. But I mean, that said, I guess we'll talk about, like, what are your general impressions of Lightning Returns? What do you think of the whole, like, she's Jesus, she's the savior? What do you think about that?
I don't know, 'cause I really liked her in Final Fantasy XIII, you know, the whole, I've got to save my sister and I got to do my focus. That was amazing. It was a great story. It's what made me fall in love with the character. In 2, she got a bit like, oh, I have this mission now by Divine Etro and I have to do this stuff and fight in Valhalla. And it's like, what? What's going on here? You know, Lightning, what's with the big switch? You know, and there's even a change in her personality as well. It was really weird. And in this one, she's basically, I'm Jesus, haha, and I can do anything I want.
And now somehow she turned into Mickey, by the way.
Yeah. And it's really weird. It's like, how did she get to this? Because I played the DLC mission in Final Fantasy XIII 2, where she basically decided to die, basically freeze herself or whatever, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden she's woken up in the future. Certain people are still alive. For some reason, Hope is a kid again. I don't quite get that, but yeah. And she's here to change the world and chase Snow and fight Noel and.
I mean, something's happened during the time that we don't know. She does, and then she's just like, I've got to save everyone, because it makes her look like she is the savior. Like she came out of nowhere and she's like, I've got to save everyone. Something terrible is going to go wrong. And she's like, I've only got this many days to do it. For some reason, like, when I first saw it, I was like, this is going to be like Majora's Mask from Zelda. You have a certain amount of time to complete it in, or the world ends. But you don't have...
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, or you don't have the mask, or you don't have something to, like, go back in time. It will. Something stupid like that. But no, I think the game will look really good and play really well.
Okay, so with that out of the way, we have to address the metaphorical elephant in the room. What do you think, I'm not sure if you guys know this just yet, what do you think about the fact that they are basically adding, to put it bluntly, jiggle physics? What do you think about that? Because it's important to point out that her boobs have not jiggled once in 13.1 or 13.2, but now they're adding it. What do you think about that?
Boobs have not jiggled since 1992.
There is nothing wrong with putting boobies that can jiggle. There's nothing really wrong with it. There is probably people who are just like, that's just wrong. Like, why would you want that? Remember,
to be fair, it's more weird that they don't jiggle, if that makes sense. It's weird.
Maybe they're just not real.
They're just suspended in time. I mean, no pun intended, but they're like suspended in time, and they don't move. And while that's fine, you have to admit, like, adding it seems a bit, okay, like, wow, what are they trying to do? What are they trying to cash in on? But I think, let's put it this way, like, what I find funny about people complaining about it is, it's not like jiggle physics or anything new, and look at how many other games you've played where it happens, but it's not a big deal, because boobs do that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's nothing new, it's just new to Lightning as a character. So do you think it'll be a good thing or a bad thing? Or does it not matter?
I mean, to me, it doesn't matter, because it's like, when I'm playing the game, I'm not going to be focusing on her boobs all the time. Like, okay, if they jiggle, that's cool. I mean, girls, if a girl runs, or if a girl with lightning-sized boobs starts running and jumping about, you know, her boobs would jiggle. That makes sense. But in the game, obviously they're only doing it because they now have the graphical technology to do this. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's not a huge, massive deal. Some treat it bigger than it is, but to me, it's just not that big of a deal. You can just keep it and get rid of it. I would still buy the game. So, there you go.
Alright, and what do you think, SoRealJosh?
I mean, I didn't even know that her boobs didn't jiggle, so thank you for that. I'll probably have to go back to the games and have a look. But it's not... I mean, putting it in there is fine. I mean, if they put in the options where it's like you can turn it on or off, and then like for different scenes, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna just see if her boobs jiggle for a lot, like for a joke. But as what Savage just said, I didn't buy the game so I could see her boobs jiggle. Like, I'm still gonna get it because of like the story, and I want to know what's happened since like 13-2. Like, it's funny because I know if they do put it in there, I will mainly be focusing on boobs and like, they jiggled. But I'm not too fussed. I'm really just I just want to get I just would really get the game for the storyline.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's what we're all doing, but I think, and as I already mentioned, that in most games, like with women with any size of boobs, they kind of jiggle anyway, so I don't think that adding it, because it's not like it's going to be like they'll have a mind of their own. I think it's just going to be like they'll bounce a bit if you jump or something, which is fair enough. Now, the next question is, with these outfits, how far is too far? Because obviously people are blowing a hissy fit over this cat outfit. How far, do you think that's, like, obviously that's fine, we think that's fine, but like, what say you to, say, a bikini outfit? What do you think of her getting a bikini outfit? What do you think of that?
They're playing for the male market, basically.
Right.
Obvious that they're playing for the male market when they do that. I don't feel a need for it. Like, yeah, they could do it, and yeah, people would buy it for the trolls, for the lols, and all that stuff, you know. But they don't have to do it. I wouldn't be angry at it, but I can see some people getting quite angry or annoyed with it.
Yeah. Oh, you're trying to sexualize lightning, man. What's wrong with you?
not even that. Like, parents might get it for their kid. He's like,
I don't know why you're buying a Final Fantasy game for your kid, IMO.
I don't know why kids play Call of Duty, but you know,
well, obviously. No, but it's like, but you can't complain, because look, to be fair, you can't complain at Square Enix, because in the first place, in America, the FF games are a teen, which is 13, and in the UK, the FF games are 16 plus, so that's just, you know, that's bad parenting. You can't exactly complain at them if they put something that is, you know, gonna happen in a 16 plus game. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's not really, you can't you know what I mean? Like, it's just a moot point. Like, you can't complain that your kids are playing something you shouldn't be buying them in the first place. So
yeah, but like, imagine if you just like, imagine if you like, let's say it's the future, yeah, you have your kids, and then you have like your 10-year-old son. He's like, Daddy, can I please have Tekken Tag Tournament 7, please? For my birthday? And you're like, okay, cool. And then you buy it for them, and then you have Zhao Yu in a thong all of a sudden, and you just walk into the room and you see Zhao Yu fighting in a thong, fighting Julia also in a thong, and it's like,
well,
what?
To be fair, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is a 16, and there are bikinis in that game, so once again, this is, like, the games have ratings for a reason. Like, I think it's fine, to be fair. And I'm... oh, go ahead.
No, go carry on.
Oh, no, I'm saying I'm sure that, you know, obviously 13.3 will probably be rated 16 as well, so in that case, I don't think that's really a problem. But, obviously, I'm sure you already know about how I feel about it, because obviously I made that podcast about the Ivy example, and I think that while it's a bit too soon to have bikinis for Final Fantasy characters. I think that it's not. If it did happen, I'm not gonna like die over it. I can see it being a huge problem. Trust me. Like I don't think it's necessary because whereas in fighting games it's fine because fighting games are kind of different. In FF, it's a bit. You know, it's not completely unheard of, but it would be strange, especially for Lightning, because it's like. At that point, it is just blatant fan service. But if it did happen, I wouldn't mind because, as I said, I don't believe that a woman in a sexy outfit ruins her image as much as a guy in a sexy outfit ruins him. Because, like, you've all these bare-chested guys in games all the time, and they're always doing or saying something serious, and it doesn't. You know, I mean, here's a perfect example. You know, Resident Evil. Like, Resident Evil has the most ridiculous costumes. Let's be honest. It's got the most ridiculous costumes. Like RE5, you had like Chris in the pimp outfit. And then in RE4 you had Leon in the gangster outfit, or whatever, and then you had bloody Ashley in the stupid, like, armor. You know what I mean? Like, none of that is serious. None of that is meant to be serious. But, I think that... oh, by the way, Josh, I think your mic's echoing, but, what's his name? But I don't think that adding it would... Because, to be fair, like, I've already mentioned this, like, FF is becoming... I mean, it is serious, but, like... It's kind of lost some of that jokiness to it. And let's not forget that having costumes, such as maybe like a bikini or whatever, it wouldn't be actually that out of place. It's just people are so used to not having it at the moment that if it did happen, it would be strange. But think of how many serious games you played, like Resident Evil, that have costumes that are put in there literally for fun. Like, who actually cares? Like, it's not... Because let's not forget, it's not as if having these costumes changes anything fundamentally about the character, nor does it change the story. Like, in RE5, you could be running around with, like, Club Sheva and Pimp Chris, and it's not like anything about the story changes. It just looks ridiculous, but, like, I don't know, it's fun. I think people don't have that sense of fun. So if Lightning was in a bikini... while also it'd be awesome, it wouldn't ruin her character, I don't think. It just for now though, I don't think the world is ready for that.
I actually, now that I look I've just looked into Final Fantasy 13-2 costumes that were for that, and Sarah's got some pretty revealing costumes.
Yeah, she does.
Like, there's one where she's basically wearing a bikini and it's really showing her cleavage.
Yeah.
There's another one where she's wearing the shortest hot pants I've ever seen. And, you know, I think it's not that big of a deal. I mean, that wasn't blown up. So, I guess, like, you know, her older sister, Lightning, should definitely be able to do it.
No, I told you, it's because people, like, regard Lightning as, like, this godlike waifu that just can never do any wrong. So, that's why she's put on such a pedestal.
Yeah, but she's one of the sexiest characters other than, like, Fang and Despinil.
That's true.
She's one of the sexiest characters. She's seen as that. Although she hasn't really shown her sexy side, people still would say she looks sexy, she dresses sexy, that kind of thing. So I would say it's okay for her to do it.
Yeah. I mean, and as I've always said, that, like, you know, if we can have practically naked guys beating each other up, I'm pretty sure we can have practically naked women beating each other up and it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, at least I think so. Only because if at the end of the day it's a costume and nothing more than a costume, then that's fine. Maybe throw in a sexy pose or something, but other than that, it's fine, because I think... I mean, doesn't League of Legends have similar costumes? Unless I'm wrong. I mean, not like bikinis or whatever. Don't the girls in League of Legends have, like, costumes like that? Unless I'm wrong.
They have some, kind of, but it's not over the top.
Fiora with, like, the bad teacher outfit, where she uses a ruler instead of a sword, and she's dressed with...
She's using a ruler, oh my god.
Yeah, but everything is still covered up, but, you know what they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
Flexible, I guess.
That's pretty amazing. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so I think that said, we've covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Unless there's something you want to add. Is there anything you want to add?
Probably just don't judge the game because there's because of the costumes. It's just trying to make the game, like, I would say kind of better, because I might get the game and be like, oh, I really hate her, like her first outfit.
With the Assassin's Creed
one. Yeah, I might not like it, and I should be like, I'd rather have, like, say, the cloud one. I'd rather have that playing the first time I play the game. But yeah, just don't judge it because what you've heard or what you think. You're the customer who has bought this game or like to play it. You're not gonna judge it on the outfit, so don't take it to heart if like one of your friends gets it and you're just like, oh my god, why did you get one of those outfits? It's like so bad, like you're ruining the game. It's just like, no, fine.
Yeah, don't do DMC5.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
A lot of people didn't buy the game simply because it was a new Dante.
Oh yeah,
and
you're
he
right.
wasn't wearing the same old white hair as clothes. You know, don't do that, please.
Now I don't.
Final Fantasy is a nice franchise. Let's keep it that way, you know.
True. I mean, at the moment, Lightning is still the same. It's not like she looks weird or different or whatever. You know what I mean? They haven't changed her image. They just changed her costume. So yeah, I mean, because I admit, Lightning is an icon at this point, and it would be a shame if they changed that. Because I don't know, like I like her as she is right now. I wouldn't mind a change as long as it made sense. Because the thing about the DMC example, which I've actually talked about before, the problem isn't that they got rid of the white hair. The problem is he looks like ass. That's the problem with the new Dante. It's not that he doesn't, you know, he's not like old Dante. Nero wasn't like Dante, but he looked cool. The problem with new Dante is he just doesn't look cool. That's the problem. And I've seen characters get changed before, and they looked cool. Like, you know, like New Prince of Persia, right? He at least looked cool. He didn't look stupid. He looked cool, but New Dante just didn't look cool, though. And I think that's the problem with him. So, alright, cool. I guess with that said, I guess we should wrap up. So, thanks for joining me with this talk, guys. It's pretty good. Hopefully we can do something like this in the future. And, yeah, Lightning Returns is coming out, if I'm correct, next year, like February or whatever. I don't know why they delayed it, but yeah. So yeah, that's it. See everybody later.
See you guys.